Hello there, welcome to Tai O Mermaid podcast. Sharing wisdom from Tai O, we are one of the last fishing villages in Hong Kong. This is Mermaid, your host, the resident of Tai O. Hong Kong has developed from a fishing village 181 years ago into a culturally dynamic metropolitan of today. Tai O, however, remains as a small fishing town in Hong Kong. The Venice of the East. Nowadays, Tai O is also a tourist spot for both international visitors and local Hong Kongers. The stories of Tai O can be traced back to the roots of our cultures, history, and social change of Hong Kong through centuries. We will also discover interesting attractions and local specialties to experience when traveling to Tai O. If you're interested in more stories of Hong Kong cultures, do subscribe to my Facebook page, Kiss a Mermaid. So today, we're looking at salted egg Yolk-Making in Tai O. How does this craftsmanship relate to the history, location, and lifestyle of people in Tai O? And what are the hits to see and try when you visit Tai O? This is the story of salted egg Yolk-Making and fishermen in Tai O. Let's begin now. Sun-drying egg yolks covered with sea salt is Tai O's traditional way to preserve leftover egg yolks from the everyday fish net maintenance routine in the olden days. Salt is added to duck egg yolks and left exposed to the sun for a couple of days until dried out. These uncooked egg yolks can last for a week without a fridge. In the traditional practice, fishermen used duck egg whites to repair and strengthen the fish net. Family members who did not go on fishing boats would stay in their stud houses to preserve excessive egg yolks for food storage. The egg yolks served as fishermen's major food in daily 3 meals over the week-long fishing events around Pearl River Delta and South China Sea. Located in the rural southwest of Lantau Island, Hong Kong's biggest outlying island, human settlement was evident in Tai O by the stud houses built in the 18th century. However, the major population in the village was not formed until the early days of the British colonial regime, that was around early 19th century. At that time, Tai O was a popular entry point of illegal immigrants from China. Without the authorities' support for regional development, the villagers started fishing around the island for living. Apart from fishing, Tai O has a history of salt production too. Of course, facing food shortage, the villagers would not waste any resources they had, including the remaining egg yolks from fishnet maintenance. It's how they started making good use of the very local condiment, sea salt, and the natural resource, the fierce sunshine on the island, for egg yolk preservation. The skill has been passed on through generations up to this day. Now the fishing industry is declining, and tourism has become the major economic activity in Tai O. Nevertheless, locally handcrafted salted egg yolks are still an essential ingredient in villages' everyday home cooking. The most typical method to cook salted egg yolks is steaming in Cantonese cuisine. For example, you can steam it as a side dish for congee breakfast, or add one as topping of your steamed meat patty dish at dinner. The local residents and visitors can get handcrafted salted egg yolks at Tai O Dry Seafood Market. At the same time, similar products are now manufactured by mass productions in China and exported across the globe. That's why nowadays Cantonese families outside Tai O and Hong Kong can still purchase salted egg yolks for home cooking from Asian grocery stores or supermarkets. I've been sharing a lot of stories about Tai O food cultures, the people, and the festivals on Kiss a Mermaid Facebook page. Now some of you have asked on the page about travel tips for Tai O. We have explored the story behind salted egg Yolk-Making in Tai O today. If you have a chance to visit the village, I would recommend you to try our Tai O mooncakes. They're only sold around the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is approximately September to October every year. You can buy these mooncakes from the family-run bakery in Tai O, where they use only locally handcrafted salted egg yolks for stuffing. For sightseeing all year round, you can take a look at the stewed houses where the fishermen reside. But don't forget to ask for permission if you want to take pictures. Well, isn't it great to have a chat with the locals? Hanging around the village, you will also find trays of salted egg yolks placed everywhere by the locals for the sun-drying process. Through the stories of the day, we've learned that Tai O salted egg yolk making is a cultural heritage rooted in the region's historic, geographic, economic, and social characteristics. It's also a cultural symbol resembling our ancestors' coastal lifestyle and the local foodways and identity of the Hong Konger community in the larger sense. Now, are you craving for salted egg yolks? Let's look for them in your city. Try them. Tell me what you think about the taste. Any creative recipe? Well, leave a comment on my Facebook page and share with us your thoughts. Don't forget, we are waiting for your visit in Tai O. Stay tuned for more stories from Tai O Fishing Village. Check out my website at hmyu79.wixsite.com/kissamermaid and subscribe to my Facebook page at facebook.com/kissamermaid. Thank you and see you next time.